Let's get straight into it, and at the end, I'll analyze it.
Is your name tagged in the contest?
What?
Yeah.
I put my work in for this job. What you mean I'm
Showing up 4
fired?
hours too late. No,
I had a family emergency. My grandmother.
well, then you
got
can tell
passed.
someone. You don't just show up 4 hours too late.
I'm not fired. All right, so can I get my check or something?
Yeah, we'll mail it.
Mail it
Just
to
get
me.
a
I need money today. Then, if you guys gonna fire me for no reason, please. No, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Okay, I press the lobby for you to get off.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. No, I'm not. No.
Yeah, we're not running on black people time. Get off the elevator.
Excuse me. What?
heard
Excuse
me.
me. How
Nation
about this?
equals-
You want to
This
see
isn't the
black
ghetto.
people?
You don't take.
You want to see black
Yeah,
people?
you don't take
How about
shit
you
off of
give-
me.
How about you give me
Yo.
your money? How about you give me your money then? How about that? How about
So he just dropped that, and you want me to believe that the whole lift is black and no one says anything. Anyway, let's carry on.
that?
I don't want money on
No,
you.
how about that? How about that? Give
It's
me your
clearly
money.
fake, man.
You're acting a fool.
I don't care. You're being racist. What do you mean?
I'm not being racist.
How about
kid.
that? You want me to act
I
black?
told
You
you.
want me to act like a monkey? Like, this is
You
ridiculous.
said that. I didn't say that. Get off the lobby.
This was such a bad skit. Even the acting was terrible. But anyway, let's get straight into the response.
Update to that video. There are a ton of people who are very upset by this. Upset at Macy's, and understandably so. There were a few people in the comments, though, who said things like, this feels fake.
Very,
This feels staged.
very.
And I understand, because that's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, this doesn't seem quite real. Like, really brazen of him. And I went to the profile expecting to see other videos of, like, skits. And there weren't any. I see a lot of skits lately. That's a thing. People send me, like, see this guy being whatever on a plane. No, that's the same plane set I've seen like 80 times. Oh, this racist neighbor. Yeah, no, I've seen that yard used like 12 different stories. And those accounts always have like a ton of those videos. This didn't. It just had other videos of her. So I reached out. And during the conversation about what happened, I asked her straight up. I wrote, and just to be clear, this is something I ask everyone, but this is real and not something staged, correct? She said, no, it's real. I want to sue because they're not firing him. I said, let's see what we can do. She said, this is not the first time he was racist to me. Macy's is trying to put this under the rug. I figured, okay. Look, if this is real, this is terrible. This needs attention. So I'll make the video. If it's not real, it's going to come out. As this comment says, Macy's said it's a skit. And boy, did they. In comments on all the platforms, even in response comments. At Macy's, we value acceptance, respect, and integrity and do not tolerate discrimination of any type. The individuals featured in the video are not affiliated with or work at Macy's. And then this person said it wasn't the man's paid actor, and they follow each other on TikTok and used a username of this actor. And then they said, we appreciate you clarifying the situation. These are actors posing as Macy's employees.
You see?
A bunch of people are like, oh, Macy's is just trying to cover their ass. Let me tell you this. The corporate account doesn't come out and say stuff like this. This opens them up even worse if they're lying. If they're just like, we don't know who that is, but they do. This would be a big problem for them.
Facts.
See that username there of that actor? I reached out to him on Instagram. I sent him a video. I was like, hey, people are saying this is you. He says, looks like me, but no, man, I don't work for Macy's. Thanks for sharing, though. I said, the accusation isn't that you work for Macy's, it's that you were doing a scene with her, a skit. And he goes, nah, not me. So to be clear, he says, not me. Although as that comment to Macy's alluded, they do in fact follow each other on TikTok. And that's something else we should focus on. Her account on TikTok. Her name is stars5679. Obviously that's not her real given name, but she has one. No, the name that she at least goes by is Zeta Pugh. This is her Instagram. And she kind of got some headlines just a couple of years back for riding the subway with her pet duck.
That's the attention seeker.
Honestly, kind of adorable.
It's all coming out.
Not the first time she's been in the news, though. There's also 2017 where she got charged after this wannabe actress / performance artist, which is how she's described in articles, released a bunch of crickets on the subway as part of a performance piece, as part of a skit. I asked her about all of this and told her that Macy's is denying all of this. She said, you're going to believe Macy's? just trying to sweep it under the rug. Again, it opens them up to a ton of stuff. They're just bold-faced lying, going, we don't know who any of these people are. But she said that from her account, this account, which again is interesting because it just got set up on June 6th. That's when the very first video was posted. But why did you have to set up that account when you already had your account? It's been around for a while. Why'd you have to set up a separate account that didn't have your name on it, a name that's easy to Google?
I think with the man, he's kind of backed away from it. And I feel like with the woman, she's made the skit not knowing it was going to go super viral. It went super viral and got the attention of the black people, the black wokies. They've jumped on it, and now she feels the need to, this actually happened. She feels the need to, pretend as if it really happened when in fact it didn't happen. And it was just a skit that went super viral beyond her control. But because she got the eyes of the liberal wokies, now she feels like, okay, I need to now play victimhood. And that's what I see with her. And with him, he's just kind of left the scene like, hey, I don't want any of this. Like, it's cool. Like, it went too viral. I don't want to be in the spotlight. That's how it looks like to me. But anyway, let's carry on.
Read articles. What sucks most is this kind of stuff actually happens. And when you like fake it and make this whole make-believe sketch, it makes it harder for people who actually have had it happen to them be believed. People say like, oh, how do we know a person said that or did that to you? And even when it's on video, they go like, well, it could be just faked. So is she lying or telling the truth? Is Macy's lying or telling the truth? Who am I to know? I'd be interested to know what Macy's is going to do about it, though. People who came on their property, pretended to work for them, and did this. 2 customers right there, as well as putting it online and claiming it's very much real. Macy says it's not. I'd be interested to see what that leads to.
Yep, 100%. We're living in 2024. This is the era of clout. People will do anything and everything, all in pursuit for clout and a viral moment. And this is what I think happened. She made an account separate from her personal account because she wanted to troll. She wanted to post different scenarios of her trolling. She's done it before, where she was in the subway with the duck, etc. So she wanted to troll and try and go viral in a funny way. But it got a harsh reaction from the community in America, globally actually, let's not just say in America. And then she feels the need to just play victimhood now. Oh snap, this went viral and people are saying I'm a victim. So I might as well just be a victim and say I'm going to sue, when in fact she just never worked for Macy's. I think Macy's would know if she worked for Macy's, She should say her name, say your first name and your surname, like let it be known like who you are, so they can check you out on the Macy's database. I guarantee you she will not be doing such a thing because it was a skit. It even looked like a skit. Everything was a skit. Now, how's a manager going to fire you in a lift? You're in a lift with black people. He wouldn't even say that because he would think he's going to get jumped and beaten up. So how on earth is he going to say that in a lift full of black people? And then he says Shaniqua. And then she comes over, tries to rob him. Then she goes, oh, sorry, she demands her check. When am I going to get my check? Like, it doesn't happen. That's not how things work. It doesn't play out like that. Everything was just for clout. It went super viral and now they both don't know how to handle it. The man's literally just taking himself out of the situation, whilst the woman's now saying, okay, yeah, I am a victim. Let me just try and see what I can do with this, because again, there's a lot of money in victimhood. If you, walk around with the idea and you perpetuate the ideology of I'm a victim, there's a lot of money involved in victimhood. We see it all the time. Go out, play victim, and then set up a GoFundMe, and then, you're making a lot of money. So victimhood is a $1 million business, if not $1 billion business, So yeah, and this is just, what we've seen in this video. This is what I feel. This is what I believe. If more things come out, then I'm going to, put it on the channel. But again, it's just attention seeking at its finest. We see this all the time. And what makes these pranks even worse, I want to say this last point, is these prank channels now make it a real situation. So back in the day when there was a prank, they'd go out and then they do the prank and then say it's a prank after or something. Now they're making it in institutions. So it'll be like a McDonald's worker, KFC worker, a Popeyes worker, and they try and make a skit like that. They try and make it real, when in fact it's, it's all pre-planned, before the camera comes out. And this is what's making this, and they're trying to get they're trying to make it more believable now. They're trying to push it. And as they're doing this, they are sabotaging, the image of a lot of big corporate brands, So yeah, but unfortunately we live in a time of clout, and people don't care about sabotaging the name of Macy's, etc. They will just chase clout no matter what happens. And they will, if they have to sabotage the business's brand or bring it down or make it go viral for the wrong reasons, they'll do that just so they can, be in the limelight for, however long they're in the limelight for. So yeah. Macy's, you need to do something about that. You need to hold them accountable. You need to get them to have a public apology. Tell them to put out a public statement saying that it was a skit, else you're going to sue. I don't know what you're going to sue them for, but so you're going to press charges or something because, they can't be going around doing that. It's enough now. It's enough. All of this clout, don't start destroying businesses and people's livelihoods and etc. Just all in the name of clout. And last point I'm going to mention in regards to this, you could have got people who actually work at Macy's in real trouble. When the lift opens, there could have been an employee there just walking past, and then they question that employee saying, why didn't you say anything when you saw it, for example? And then, the employee will be like, well, what happened? Oh, you should have seen it, etc. You're fired. It could impact people that actually work in that department or in various roles, at Macy's, and you don't care because you're too focused on going viral and being silly and a maniac and a clown as well. When will this all end? I don't know. But anyway, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you at the next video. Peace.